Hi, my name is Manoj Krishna. I'm a spine surgeon. And today I want to present a case of a 41-year-old GP who came to see me with an acute onset of neck pain and severe right arm pain. It was being caused by a disc prolapse on the right side at C67, as can be seen on this MRI scan. The arrow shows a disc protrusion at the back at C67 on the cross section. And when you look at the axial sections, you can see how the disc is prolapsed on the right at C67, and it's trapping the nerve, causing pain and weakness in the right arm. We treated John with cervical disc replacement and decompression at C67, and it was done quickly because of the weakness that he had in the right arm. The surgery takes an hour, and he was in hospital only a day. Here's John telling a story. Morning, John.
Good morning.
So, how old are you, John?
I'm 41.
41. And you're a GP, you're a doctor.
I am a GP.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me a story about your neck problem and what happened.
Right. I was skiing in February this year, so about 5-6 months ago. There wasn't one particular incident I remember, but I fell a number of times, and I started getting really just spasm in this shoulder, and pain down the upper arm, and a very uncomfortable 11-hour flight home, and over a couple of weeks I started to develop weakness in the tricep, I noticed, and also some numbness in the fingers and some general clumsiness of the hand.
Yeah.
And I basically spoke to a colleague at the hospital where I was working, and ultimately an MRI was arranged, and that showed a disc prolapse in my neck.
Yes.
And I was aware of you from before, from some educational...
But how much pain did you have, John?
The pain was... Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of pain, and
okay.
It wasn't responding very well to the painkillers I was taking. And I think most of it was really muscular tension that just didn't seem to want to...
You also had some weakness.
And I had... as I said, weakness in the tricep, and also a little bit in the chest, and sort of general clumsiness of the hand that meant that sort of fine tasks and writing, and particularly when I sort of hunched forward to try and do something just at the wrong moment,
yes.
it would start to misbehave.
Yeah.
It was a bit annoying.
And I think when I saw you, our conversation went along the lines of, if it's just for pain, we can wait and see how you go.
Yeah.
But if your nerve is being trapped and you're experiencing weakness in the arm, then maybe...
And it wasn't getting better. If anything, it was probably getting worse over time.
And because the weakness was worsening, we thought maybe early surgery might be a better idea.
Yes.
So talk me through the struggles you experienced, just coming to terms with the idea of surgery is quite scary, I mean, especially for a doctor, I guess.
Absolutely. You always think about... people with joint replacements, you always think about hips and knees and things.
Yeah.
In old people kind of whose joints are sort of towards the end of their natural life, and I still don't think of myself as being that old. And I suppose this thing that you're led to believe, don't muck around near the spine. It's sort of the conventional wisdom.
That's right.
A lot of people, sort of colleagues and non-medical friends and family and acquaintances saying, are you sure about that beforehand? But it was the logic made sense, and it went round in the end, to be honest.
What was it that made you kind of tip over to saying, okay, I'll have the surgery, or I want to have the surgery?
I mean, work was a struggle. I mean, I was working full-time right up to it, but in spite of painkillers, I was quite grumpy, and as I say, that was just the pain side of it. But I suppose it was really the concern that wanting the nerve to regenerate, to give it the best chance, we'll be doing it as early as possible.
So we did a C67 disc replacement in the Nuffield here 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
Please talk me through your surgery, your recovery afterwards.
Okay. It was actually very straightforward. I've told people that I'd rather have this done again than have my tonsils out again, to be honest.
Okay.
I came in the morning, 7:30, I think I was first on the list at 10 o'clock. Woke up feeling not particularly uncomfortable in recovery, taken back, and obviously I was a bit stiff in the neck before, immediately afterwards. But I'm trying to remember now that I was able to get. I think I got up that day.
That day, yeah.
Yeah, I think I got up that day, and had a fairly comfortable night's sleep, to be honest.
Yeah.
And went home the next morning. I think I mentioned before, actually, my stepson was saying that for the very next day when I came back, you look taller.
Okay.
I was actually standing up a lot straighter. And actually pretty much nearly full movement straight away, to be honest.
Okay. And then what about your recovery afterwards? You went back to work fairly quickly?
I went back to work within 10 days.
Okay.
Full time, pretty much. And the numbness, it was sort of, I was getting occasional numbness, but it basically completely faded out. Really minimal pain of the sort that I was getting from the beginning. A little bit of occasional ache, sort of sometimes at the back of the neck, and the weakness in the muscle seems to be sorting itself out. So,
okay. Yeah. And you had a long car journey very soon after.
Yes, I was sort of scheduling the surgery and everything. I'd pre-arranged to go down south to my elderly parents who were taking on holiday for a week, and I decided, much to my wife's annoyance, to sort of combine that with my convalescence, which might not have been the best idea actually. But no, I didn't drive, but I was a passenger in a car for a 300-mile journey. The second day post-operatively. Okay. And yeah, didn't do too badly.
It was all right.
Yeah.
So you're 6 weeks from surgery, no painkillers.
No painkillers.
And let's have a look at your range of movement, please.
Right. So we've got sort of to the side, twisting, and flexing.
Yeah. That's perfect.
There we go.
Okay. Thank you very much, John. Cheers.